Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Here comes Mr. Twisty.
Hi there, friends. I'm Mr. Twisty, coming your way with stories and laughter for you every day. From my treehouse on the ground where the fun never ends with magic, balloons, and stories, let's be best friends with jokes that'll delight, well, sometimes, and magic tricks too. Each day brings new wonder and joy just for you. Adventures await with each turn of the page. Come join the excitement, no matter your age. We'll twist up some fun with balloons of all shapes and dive into stories through forests and lakes. Creativity's key in all that we do, so let's get started. There's so much to do. Hi friends, welcome back to another Storytime adventure. I love hanging out with you every week, and I am so happy to see you again. Are you ready for another adventure together? Oh no, here it comes. I can feel some seriously cheesy jokes brewing. Hey, how do bees get to school? A school bus! What kind of dog can tell time? A watchdog. Get it? Watchdog. Why are monkeys terrible storytellers? They only have one tail. I have to stop. I have a show to do. Have you ever heard of a pangolin? Me either. Well, before I read this story, I had never heard of a pangolin before. Part of me wanted to read it just to learn what a pangolin is and what it looks like. Then I saw the story was about ant cakes, and I couldn't help wonder what an ant cake is. Sounds gross, but that made me want to know even more. What do you get when you cross a pangolin and a missing ant cake? This week's story, Penny Pangolin and the Missing Ant Cake. Penny Pangolin woke up bright and early. She got dressed and ready, excited for the day. Her friend Vin lived far away and was coming for a visit. She wanted to do something special to welcome him. She thought, and she thought. She slurped up an ant from the floor, and suddenly she had the perfect idea. Mom, can we make your famous lemon ant cake for Vin? Great idea, said Mom. She opened up the pantry. Let's see, we'll need salt, sugar, spices, baking powder, and eggs, squealed Penny. She ran outside to the pheasant coop. Penny's family kept the best pheasants in the village, with the friendliest birds and the biggest of eggs. Very carefully, she gathered a few eggs and carried them back into the kitchen. Said Mom. We're still missing one ingredient. I know, Penny answered. Ants. Back outside, Penny imagined she was a jungle cat on the prowl. She knew to stay out of the real jungle because of the dangerous animals there, but it was always fun to pretend. Slinking around the yard jungle, Penny sniffed out an ant colony. She jabbed her powerful claws into the dirt, stirred up the ants, and captured them in a trap. Just then, Penny heard a voice. Why do you always need all those ants? It was Edith Aardvark, her neighbor. You always take all the ants and leave none for us. We're making Mom's famous lemon ant cake for my friend Vin, replied Penny. There'll be nothing left for me to snack on, Edith grumped. Penny felt a bit upset. She thought Edith just didn't want to look for her own ants. There are plenty of ants for everyone, said Penny. Just dig around. Penny took the ants inside. She helped her mom mix all the ingredients and bake the cake. Its sweet, citrusy smell filled the room. It was quite possibly the best ant cake they had ever made. Something smells terrific, Vin said when he arrived. Penny clapped. We made you our special lemon ant cake. They went into the kitchen with eager stomachs. Vin looked around. Where's the cake? Penny gasped. It's gone! Look, cried Vin. Someone must have
taken it. The friends followed the trail of crumbs along the village road. Another one of Penny's neighbors, Tammy Taper, noticed what they were doing. Earlier, I saw Edith running towards the jungle with a cake, she told them. The crumbs led into the jungle, but there was no sign of Edith. Doesn't Edith know that the jungle is dangerous? Asked Vin. Maybe we should tell someone, said Vin. Penny couldn't stop thinking about the cake that Edith had stolen. It had been such a perfect cake, and now it was gone. She got herself in there, Penny huffed. She can get herself back out. Then they heard a rustle of leaves just inside the jungle. A black panther leapt from the bushes with a hungry lick of his lips. I've never had pangolin before. Penny and Vin knew just what to do. They rolled themselves tightly into balls. Curious, the panther batted at their hard, spiky scales. The panther tried to bite Penny. This is like eating a pine cone, he yelled. I'll go find something else to eat. He bounded off into the jungle. We'd better go in after Edith, Penny said. I thought you didn't want to help her because she stole your cake, Vin said. I don't, Penny said, but she's still my neighbor, and she doesn't have protective scales like we do. They found Edith sitting on a log, about to enjoy the lemon ant cake. But before they could warn her, the Black Panther appeared with a hungry grin. Edith was so startled that she threw the cake right into the panther's face. As a panther wiped cake from his eyes, Penny and Vin wrapped themselves around Edith to protect her. Not aardvarks too, the panther spat. With a frustrated hiss, he ran away into the bush. Thanks for protecting me, said Edith. That's what neighbors do, replied Penny. We look out for each other. I'm sorry I took your cake, said Edith. Now it's ruined. You shouldn't have taken it, but I have an idea. We can make another one, and this time we can all share it. Penny, Vin, and Edith gathered up the ingredients together. They even used ants from Edith's yard. And this time, it really was the best lemon ant cake ever.
Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventure is brought to you by Birthday Buddy, the magical birthday countdown companion, like Elf on a Shelf, but making birthdays magical. For more information, visit MrTwisty.com. I really like that story, and I hope you did too. I was able to track down this book online, and you can too with Mom and Dad's permission at the link below. It's fun to learn about new animals and learn about the things that they eat. Did you know pangolins are covered in protective scales made of the same material as our toenails? They're the only mammal with this feature. It's like a superhero shield. Some people assume pangolins and armadillos must be related, but they aren't closely related at all. Pangolins eat bugs, and they're very fussy eaters. Most pangolins only eat 1 or 2 types of insects. Are you a fussy eater? Pangolins don't have teeth. I guess that makes bugs less crunchy. They actually eat stones. A diet of bugs and stones. Ugh, but the stones help grind up and digest the ants. Ugh. I think I'd rather eat pizza than bugs and stones, but I sure did love sharing Penny Pangolin and the missing ant cake with you. I hope you loved this story as much as I did. Oh, I see that look in your eye. Is there a twirly symbol behind me? Oh, there is! I know what that means. Auntie Twirly is here. Let's do our magic and bring her out. Abracadabra, abracaswirly, won't you join us, Auntie Twirly?
Hi, Mr. Twisty. Hi, everybody. I heard you talking about cake, so I wanted to make some too.
Oh, wait, I feel the silly coming on at the same time. What's the biggest ant in the world?
Giants.
Oh, that was bad, but today's story was awesome, wasn't it?
I thought it was really sweet. like frosting. And the message of friendship and compassion was the icing on the cake.
Oh, Auntie Twirly. In honor of Auntie Twirly's frog jumping champion, Prince Hoppy, I thought today I'd make you a balloon animal frog.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
All right, friends, I have to go now.
And I've got to fly.
But let's meet up again next week for another episode of Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. See you next week, right back here in the treehouse.
Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. So much fun with Mr. Twisty.